Hi, my name is Corey Richard. Thank you for joining us as we explore religious diversity in the STSU college area.
When I grew up, I was in Southern California, San Fernando Valley, and it was pretty much 100% Christian. Very few other faiths represented, maybe a couple of synagogues and temples, but pretty white, pretty homogenous.
Well, I grew up in Paris. I lived there first 19 years of my life. And actually where I grew up, there wasn't that many Jews in the neighborhood where I was. I mean, there's a lot of Jews in Paris, but there wasn't that many Jews right where I lived. So actually it was, in a way, very diverse, or there was not a very much religious Jew, but there was just a lot of everybody.
I think the neighborhood was accepting of people with other religions than what there was. I'm from a really small country where we're only 48,000 people at the Faroe Islands, and I was from a small village with only 5,000 people, so the diversity ranged from being Protestant to Lutheran. But I remember that someone on my street were Jehovah's Witnesses, and I remember that people were accepting, but you would definitely stand out.
I think the neighborhood I grew up in was generally accepting of the various cultures and religions that were in the community. In general, I felt that some of the cultures and religions were more prominent than others, but for the most part, the community and student body was pretty accepting and acknowledged all of the diverse backgrounds in our community.
There's a lot of parties that go on around here at night, and we've had some vandalism and beer bottles tossed through sanctuary windows, that kind of stuff. And whether that was specifically a response to a faith or just people letting loose with some stuff, and we just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, I don't know. But there have been times when people have kind of come after us, but I think that was really an anomaly, not the general case.
Just down the streets, somebody, a white man, just screaming at me, top of his lung, almost face to face, I hate Jews, Hitler should have killed all the Jews, and things like that. I remained very calm, and the funny thing is, actually one of the people I didn't know, one of the neighbors down the street, was a block away, full of tattoos and like earrings everywhere, came out and started yelling at the guy and saying like, "You're not an American, this is not what America stands for. I'm calling the police," and so you're seeing like this would not happen in France where you get defended like that. I think Americans are very proud and very protective of the fact that we're a free country, you could be who you are.
Yeah, I can definitely see that people come here with a different background, and I think we are pretty diverse. I've been able to take a lot of classes with other internationals who have come here with a very different background than mine, which I think is great because this way it kind of helps debunk prejudice. And I also think STSU is great at allowing students to meet in different organizations with whatever religion they have.
I think San Diego State University is a great example of a diverse student population. I actually live in a suite with about 8 other girls, and we all come from various faiths and ethnicities, and even 3 of our suite mates are international students. So I think it's great because we all learn from each other, and we basically live and experience the diversity daily.
Because we are in an environment on campus where there are lots of different students who wear different ethnic clothing, it provides an environment for the greater San Diego State community to appreciate people of different cultures.
But here is a whole different story because of the international nature of the community, because of the San Diego State draws that a lot of different people from all over the world and their expressions of faith, so it's very, very diverse.
Maybe you could say college area, we have 2 synagogues in the neighborhood, so maybe there's more, Judaism, I guess. But still, I wouldn't consider that like a religious neighborhood in any sense, so it's pretty much similar, I would say.
It's fundamental. It impacts everything. There isn't anything that I do each day that is not formed by my faith.
It's 24/7, I would say, even if you're not actively doing something religious per se, but it's thinking about it, being part of of what God has intended us to do. And so it's a big part of my daily life.
Thank you for joining us today as we explore the diverse religious community at SDSU, of which we are all a part. What a great day to be an Aztec.